This is the storyline of the movie Barbarian, released in the year 2022. Spoilers ahead. Please like and subscribe to this tiny channel. At the beginning of the movie, we are shown nighttime. Here a girl named Tess came to this city for a dream job. In this town, she has rented a house for herself. But she forgets the keys to that house. That's why she calls the company from which she rented this house and goes back in her car, so that the company can get her the keys. Then she feels that there is someone in that house. She comes back to the house and knocks on the door and starts looking from the window. There was a boy in that house who opens the door. Tess tells him that she has rented this house from a company. But that boy tells Tess that he has also rented this house. Meaning the company had rented this house to two people. It was raining a lot outside, so that boy tells Tess to come inside. Tess was also helpless, so she comes inside and starts checking the whole house, so that there is no problem there. Now that boy shows her his papers from the company from which she had rented the house. Tess tells him that this house is yours, you can stay here. I sit in my car and figure something out. But that boy says no, I will not like it at all. If you want, you can stay here tonight and start making tea for her. But Tess was also looking for another room for herself. That boy tells her that you can't find any room right now. You do one thing, stay here tonight. If you want, you can sleep in my room. I will sleep on the sofa here. Now when she goes to the room, she sees the purse of the boy from which she takes a picture of the ID card. Because if something goes wrong with her, she will have some proof. When she comes out after bathing, the boy was sitting with a bottle of wine for her. If you want, you can sit with me. Just like you didn't drink tea, don't drink it either. Because I know you don't trust me at all. Now Tess was slowly beginning to believe him. Tess sits with him and talks a little more. After talking for a while, she goes to sleep. After a while, Tess feels that someone has opened the door to her room. She gets scared and wakes up. She thinks whether that the boy is going to do anything to her. So, she checks him, but he was sleeping. Now she wakes him up and asks him, "Did you do that?" The boy told her, "What are you saying?" "I was sleeping." Then we see that there was someone else in this house besides these two. Now Tess goes to sleep again. When she wakes up in the morning, she gets a paper written by the boy, in which he wrote that I am going out for work. We will meet in the evening. Tess also leaves for her interview. But when she comes out of this house, she sees all the houses around were broken. Means no one lived there except this house. And she finds this very strange. Then she goes to meet her boss. And her interview was also very good. Means now she got a job. When her boss asks her where she is living, then she talks about this town and house. Then boss says that place is not good at all. You get out of there quickly. Tess comes home again after giving her interview. Now she herself was scared of this place. When she was going inside the house, a man comes there. That man was stopping her from going to this house. But Tess gets scared and ran inside the house. That man was telling her to listen to him and go away. She gets very scared and calls the police. She decides to leave the house, packs all her things. Then after some time, when she gets a little better, then she goes to the washroom. There was no tissue there. When she goes to the basement to get the tissue, then the door there was closed by itself. And her phone was also left outside. Now she was looking for a way out of there. Then she sees a rope inside the wall. When she pulls it, then a door opens from there. Means there was another secret door there. She doesn't go inside. She was scared. because it was very dark there. After thinking a lot, she puts a mirror under the bulb, so that the light can go inside through the mirror. Now when she goes inside, she gets another room there. There was a bed, a camera, and a bucket which was filled with blood. Seeing all this, she gets very worried, because there was a lot of weird stuff there. But now that boy also comes there. She tells him to open the basement door by calling him from the window. He comes and opens the basement door. Tess was very scared and starts leaving the house. But the boy says, "What is the matter? You can tell me everything." She tells him about the room there, about the bed and the camera there. He says it's the basement. "Okay, you wait. I'll check and come. But you wait for me here. Because if the basement door closes again, then both of us will be trapped. That's why you wait outside." Now he goes inside. But when that boy doesn't come back for a long time, Tess goes back to the basement to find him and puts a chair on the door, so that the door doesn't close again. When she comes inside, this time, she finds another way. Means there was another way inside in the basement. She goes inside in fear. There she was hearing the voice of that boy who was asking for help. When she goes and sees, the boy tells her that there is someone else here. "Who has bitten me? We have to get out of here quickly." Suddenly a strange woman comes there who was very scary. She hits that boy's head against the wall and kills him. Then we see an actor boy in the story, who was going somewhere. He gets a call. A co-actor who used to work with him in the film has accused him of misbehave. That's why he is being removed from the film for a few days. Now this actor boy gets very worried. He goes to his manager. The manager tells him that you can't leave the city and go anywhere, nor can work in any film right now, because that girl had filed a case against him. Now he gets tired of all this and goes away to live in his house. This is the house where Tess and that boy used to live, and the actor was his owner. When he sees their stuff in his house, he calls the company. He asks, "Did you give my house to someone to live in?" They say yes. "A few days ago, we gave this house on rent." They say this and turns off the phone. This was very strange. The owner of this house didn't know that his house is on rent. After turning off the phone, he looks at the basement door, in front of which there was a chair which Tess had kept. He removes it and closes the door. At night he goes out and had drinks. Then he got very drunk and calls the co-actor to say sorry, who had filed a case against him. Then he goes to sleep. In the morning, he sees Tess and that boy's stuff. Now he was thinking that maybe there is something in the basement. When he goes to the basement door there, he feels someone walking. He gets scared. He then with a knife and torch goes inside the basement, where he sees the same mirror which Tess had put. He saw that room too, where the camera and bed were there. He is very happy to see all this. After coming out, he starts measuring the length and width of this house, and thinks that there is such a big basement in this house. I can sell this house for a lot of money. Then he goes back again and starts measuring the length and width of that room. He finds the way, which Tess had seen before. Seeing this, he is even more happy. There the cages were kept. He goes further in. There he sees another room, in which there was a show on TV, how to keep small children. Then he sees something coming towards him. This was the same woman who had killed the boy with Tess. Now she also puts this actor boy in a secret pit, where Tess takes care of him. Yes, Tess was still alive, and was held captive in this basement. Now we know about the old story of this house. Why all these weird things were happening. The name of the real owner of this house was Frank. Now he buys some things for baby delivery. After this he follows a lady, and goes inside her house, saying he is a plumber. He goes to that lady's house and left open one of the windows. After which he comes back to his house. Then his neighbor tells him that I am leaving this house. Frank says, you go. I will never go from here. Then he opens the lock of the house. There were a lot of painful screams, which were coming from the basement. Now why was all this happening? What was Frank doing in the basement? We will know this in the story. The story comes again in the present. We see Tess and that actor boy were still in that secret pit. Tess says, don't be afraid of me. Take care of yourself. Then that scary woman gives him a bottle of milk and tells him to drink it. That actor boy doesn't do that. Tess says listen to her and act like a child. Then you will be saved. But he doesn't do that. But Tess understood that if she does that, then she will be saved from this woman. But the actor boy doesn't listen to her. Then this woman takes him with her. She starts treating him as if he is a scared little boy. And left the door open. Taking advantage of this, Tess now runs away from there. That woman was also following her. But she got out of that secret basement, and tries to break the window of the basement to get out of there. So, the same man who already told her to go away from that house in the first place, helps her. Then Tess tells the man about that woman. Then that man says, I know everything. If you want to save yourself, then go far away from here. Otherwise, that woman will keep you with her for the rest of your life. But Tess tells him that someone else is trapped inside, who needs my help. Now that man says, see what you have to do. But try to stay away from that woman at night. Because she comes out at night. Now Tess runs away from there, and reaches a gas station. There she calls the police. On the other side, we see the actor boy. He too escaped from that woman and came to the secret room. There he sees a lot of clothes. One of which was the dress of that lady whom Frank went to the house and left one window open. The actor boy sees a lot of videotapes on which the names of different girls were written. There we also see old Frank, who was still alive and was living in the same basement. Frank asks that actor boy for water. Now when this boy runs a videotape, we find out that Frank used to bring the girls, and used to treat them badly, and make videos of them. Along with that he used to kidnap a lot of girls, and used to keep them locked in the cage. When actor boy sees all this in the video, he felt very bad. He thinks that how can a man do such a bad thing? After seeing this the actor boy also says that I am also bad. I have also done wrong with a girl. Now Frank picks up a gun. After seeing this the actor boy got scared. But Frank points the gun towards his head and kills himself. On the other side, police was not taking Tessa's words seriously. They think that this girl is mad, and is lying to us. Police goes away from there. Now Tess herself breaks the window of the house to bring the keys of her car. When she starts to go away from there, that scary woman stands in front of her car. She tries to catch Tess. But Tess knocks her down with her car, and goes inside the basement to save the actor boy. The boy was also coming out at that moment, and with fear he shoots Frank's gun at Tess unknowingly, thinking that she is the mad woman in front of him. He takes care of Tess and brings her out. Then that man also comes there, who had stopped Tess from going to this house. He takes her with him. Now they ask the man, who is this woman? And what does she want from us? The man says, the woman is in this house for 40 years. But the actor boy says, how can this happen? This house is mine. That man says, according to the papers this house may be yours. But that house really belongs to that woman's father whose name is Frank. Here we come to know that this woman is no one else. In fact, she was Frank's daughter. Frank, who used to do anything with girls, used to bring girls here. He makes them give birth to babies. This woman was a terrible example of his work. Which was Frank's punishment. Because at that time Frank's daughter was a very young girl. And this punishment Frank got in the form of his daughter. After knowing all this, they both were very surprised. The actor boy tells Tess that I have to take you to the hospital. But that man says not now. That mad and terrible woman must be roaming everywhere. But she will not come here. But that woman comes there too, and kills this man. They run from there and climbed to a water tank. But the gun in the hand of the actor boy falls down. Now as soon as this woman approaches them, the actor boy throws Tess down, so that her life is saved. But that woman also jumps behind Tess. Because she thinks Tess as her daughter. There they both become unconscious. When the actor boy comes to them, he thought that both were dead. But Tess was still alive. When he tries to save her again, that scary woman also comes alive, and kills this actor boy. And then she starts loving Tess like a mother loving her small child. But that woman tried to tell Tess that she should kill her. Because whatever was happening with her today was the result of her dad Frank's bad deeds. Tess did not want to kill her. But she thinks that, if she does not kill her, then her life will be even worse. That's why she shoots this woman. Then she leaves the town. With this the story of the movie ends here. Thank you for watching. If you like this video then please like, share and subscribe to this tiny channel.